Good afternoon, everybody. How are you today? I hope this reading finds you in a good way. This is Empathic Moon 777, and I am your tarot card reader, Durga Diana. I'm here in the heart of North America in Winnipeg, Canada. So I want to welcome everybody to this collective reading. This is the 888 reading that I have on my website if you're interested in getting this type of reading for yourself. So, I hope that the day has been treating you well. And I just wanted to give a couple of updates just about the works that's been going on lately. I'd like to inform you about our metaphysical shop that we have on the website. Um, we have crystals and we have oracles. We have different types of incense and herbs and things like that. They can pair well with your spiritual journey if it resonates with you. Um, Also, we have readings that we do on TikTok and Instagram and also Facebook as well. So I just wanted to let you guys know about that in a good way. And for sure, do leave the likes and the subscriptions to the channel to support. It feels wonderful to get the energy exchange from our beautiful collective. It feels really nice, and I just wanted to mention that in a really good way. Yeah, so thank you so much. So this is the 888 reading, and I'm not too sure. I feel like I want to do this as a collective reading. Yeah. Um, Yeah, let's do this as a collective reading because that's what's coming through right now. Um, yeah, let's do that. Okay, so I am using decks here that I'm using the numerology deck, the Everyday Witch Tarot. I'm using the Kipper deck and I'm using the Osho Tarot as well. Okay, and you can purchase some of these decks on my website as well. All right, so the 888 reading, we'll look at the collective. So our collective here, what is the main issue or challenge right now for our collective at this time for the highest good that you could share for the highest good? Main issue or challenge. Okay, we have adventure. So there's a little bit of maybe apprehension to do something that you want to do. There may be some kind of setbacks, like it could be something like beliefs, like something is holding you back. That's what I get from there. Um, this hold back could be something intrinsically within. In terms of beliefs, it could be something to do with the willpower. It could be something to do with the solar plexus, the energetic center that helps you to move in stability. It helps you to move forward in your power. Um, there could be fears, also the energy of fears associated with this adventure. This is something different, all right? This is something different. There is an issue here or a challenge with this adventure here, okay? Okay, so let's see more about this adventure. I'm going to use the Kipper. Okay, tell us more about this adventure. Okay, it's something mentally, and that's what I got from the first, right off the bat there. Okay. Um, yeah, it's having to do with your journey, and it's having to do with some type of moderation. Like you want to, you don't want to go to extremes, right? You want to go on your path. You want to take this journey. You want to go on this journey. You want to go on an adventure. You're having these thoughts, but these thoughts might be, um, these thoughts might be stopping you because it could be the ego as well trying to dissuade you from doing what you really want to do. All right. Number 55 is 55 is an energy of change, and this is also a number 10. Some kind of ending and new start here. We have a number 16, and then we also have a number 7 here that equals 7. So this might be something that has to do with like a spiritual path for you. 7 is a number of magic. 7 is a number, it's a spiritual number. So I'm getting that so far. All right, so the second question is, what is the teaching of the situation here for our collective? So the very interesting, what is the teaching here for our collective with this adventure and thoughts? This is going to be a really good reading. I hope this is actually, yeah, I'm really glad I did this. What is the teaching of this situation? Actually, I didn't just do this. I was guided to do this. So what is the teaching of this situation? Thank you so much. Okay, this is, okay, morality. Wow. Interesting. Okay, so there is some kind of, there is some kind of like ethics here, all right? There is some kind of good moral standing. The ethics towards this adventure. The teaching is like how to go through this adventure with the good morals, all right? That's what I feel like what this is. There is some kind of caged energy here. There is some kind of cloudiness in the background here. It might be causing some type of confusion or some kind of cloudiness, like some kind of darkness, or feeling some kind of caged energy. I don't know. I feel like maybe this person might be, it could be associated with some kind of mask, even wearing a mask. Like having a mask on, feeling caged and like in this darkness kind of thing is what I'm getting. This energy here could be associated with a person or other people. So there is something about morality here, and what is the teaching is the morality. So what is the ethics in connection to this? The teaching is understanding about morality. Very interesting. The bottom here is suppression. So it's in connection to like being tied up, being weighed down. There's those clouds again, all right? Being bogged down, feeling caged, feeling inside of a box, feeling like you get out. There's so much things like surrounding you, tying you down. In relation to that, there's an energy here, the teaching about morality. Please do leave a like to this reading if this is resonating so far. Let's find out more about this morality using the numerology. Yeah, I'll put these here. Morality. The teaching of the situation, morality. Can you tell us more about this morality? Okay, this is the effort, putting the energy into the into morality, into the good moral ethics. Yeah, the pathway to this high honor way. All right, that's the teaching of the situation. The bottom here is 77, spirituality. All right, so this is part of a spiritual path. Okay, this is part of a spiritual path. 77, 7 here, 77 here. We have 5 here, 5, 5 here. We have 2 10s, all right? So there's 5s, so you might be seeing 5s. You might be seeing 7s. You might be seeing 10s, all right? Yeah, this is finding the pathway, the right way. This is the high honor way, finding that way, all right? With this adventure. Okay, let's keep going because you know I could I could talk for a long time. And then the third question is, what is the first step towards progress? Okay, what is the first step towards progress? Okay, the first step towards progress is letting out what's frozen inside of you. So there's something that's suppressed here, okay? And that energy is there's something cold or there's something shielded, all right? It's frozen inside of you, but it's wanting to break free. And so this energy here, the key to this part, this might be something to do with healing. But this person here is breaking free of this iced energy, all right? Frozen energy, whatever that is suppressed inside, that is this it's isolation, what's keeping in what you're keeping inside. The first step to progress is to start to heal and to start to let things out, and maybe perhaps you need to cry, all right? You need to cry, or you need to start to let out what is it that you're holding inside of you, okay? Wow, okay. And there could be other people involved here. It could be about a compromise with somebody else. All right. I do get the sense here there is another person involved in this scenario as well. And with these two people here, I do feel like there's another person involved in the scenario. Okay. Plus we have this thoughts here, which was telling me, and I forgot to mention that there's another person here, I feel. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna keep going there. I'm gonna leave it at that. And then that was the first, second, third. Okay, what is the main helper for situation 1 here? What is the main helper? What is the main helper? All right, what is the main helper here? Adventure and thoughts. What is the main helper for this thoughts and this adventure? Thank you. The source. Okay. So this source energy is, remember when I was saying about the solar plexus? Okay, so that's like that source, all right? It's an energy, it's a power. It has, it causes you to move, it causes you to move in your strength, all right? So this is passion, and this is a new start. This is representing that Ace of Wands, that passionate new start. I'm just going to get another card for this source. Can you tell me about this source? Thank you. Okay, this is a not giving up. All right, not giving up here. Not giving up on this energy. Continue to work on this energy. Continue to persevere. Even though there's a lot of battles, you know, a lot of wounds. All right, there's ones on the ground here. You still have one up there, and you're not letting go. All right, don't give up. Keep going. Keep going. Yes. Don't give up. Keep going. Nine of Wands here with the source. All right. Believe. Believe. The source is the universe. The source is you. You are source. Source is you. Don't give up. Keep going. All right. Number 5. The most difficult part of the situation. Okay. What is the most difficult part of the situation? Here. Angels, helpers, and spirit. Oh, I'm going to use the other deck. Sorry. What is the most difficult part of the situation? I'm hearing manifestation, that word. I'm hearing that word manifestation. Okay, what is the most difficult part of the situation? Okay. So there's an energy here relating to compassion, all right? So so what I'm getting right now is that I'm going to say about these soul connections that we have. Like, we're connected to everybody, okay? And so like, everybody is us, all right? And you are within everybody, and everybody is within you. And we all have these soul connections, all right? People, we're all one. You've probably heard that saying before, we are all one. And so sometimes I like to think about a star that has exploded, and all of those little bits are pieces of us, all right? We're all pieces to the same puzzle. We're all the same piece. We're a piece to that puzzle. And compassion towards our neighbor, no matter who it is, I think is the teaching here, is what I'm getting, and this is the story that I'm sharing. And so this compassion towards ourselves and compassion towards each other, I feel is the most difficult part of the situation. So there may be having to do with forgiveness, even too. Forgiveness. There's something that's suppressed, all right? So that suppression is causing, it's causing some kind of block, all right? Breaking free is the first step towards progress, but the most difficult part in the situation is this compassion. Let's find out more about this compassion before I go further. Can you tell us more about this compassion? I'm hearing it's okay. Projections. Yeah, okay, so projections is how we see people, okay? Or let's say, for instance, like how we see people, or like say, how we perceive people. Also, sometimes we project things onto people, like what we want, like, yeah, like what we want, we project that onto other people. And um Sometimes these projections, though, are not in the other person's best interest, like it's not part of their highest path. And so everybody has their own individual journey here. And it's about being passionate towards whatever projections. Either you're getting the projections, or you're projecting out, or somebody's projecting onto you, vice versa. Take it how it resonates there. But it's the hardest, difficult part here is to have that compassion towards this projection's energy. All right? Yeah, that's what I got here. And part of that too, I feel, is forgiveness. We have 9-9 here as well. So we have another number 7. So there's a few number 7s here coming through, for sure. This is something that is having to do with a spiritual message, a spiritual journey. There is some kind of magic here working in the background. And 9-9 is about an energy about almost nearing closing a cycle. Okay, so that's what I have here. And then what's the next question here? How the teaching will, okay, most difficult part. How the teaching from number 2 will reach resolution. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Number 6 is how the teaching from number 2 will reach resolution. So how will this morality and effort reach resolution? I'm going to use the other one. How will this morality and effort reach resolution? Thank you. Inner voice, right on. Okay, so this is about your intuition, all right? So your inner voice here is going to guide you, all right? Your intuition, being really like focused on your inner voice and your intuition is a skill. So when you start to tap into, develop that skill of utilizing your intuition, your inner voice, all right, that this is going to help you with this morality and effort. And this is so crazy because these teachings were coming through to me. These teachings here were coming through to me. All right, and they're coming out in the cards here. Okay, very interesting. And then inner voice. I don't think I need to go further with this. All right. Number 7, the final breakthrough in the issue. All right. What is the final breakthrough in the issue, angels, helpers, and spirit? Thank you. Oh, goodness. Here it is. Intuition again. Inner voice. 2, 2, 2. All right. There's a lot of different numbers here that may be resonating with you. All right. You might be seeing a lot of 2s. You might be seeing a lot of 7s or 5s. All right. So the intuition, like I mentioned here with this inner voice here, it's connected in the same way. Tapping into your intuition. All right. So yeah, okay. The next step toward a new path. All right. What is the next step for this reading towards a new path? The bottom here before I start is leadership. So it's taking leadership in relation to your intuition. All right. The next step towards a new path. Oh, thank you so much. Okay. I'm going to do that again because I didn't say the question fully. Angels, helpers, and spirit, what is the next step toward a new path? What is the next step toward a new path here? What's the next step that has to... Thank you. Oh, I love this. Look at this. This is part of that adventure, right? So there's an energy here about going into a whole different direction. Try something different, but utilizing your inner voice and utilizing your intuition here, all right? Yeah, don't worry about what kind of projections you might be feeling. That if you're sensitive soul, you know, you might be feeling those projections, but have compassion towards that. You know, follow your inner voice and intuition. Don't let that stop you. There is something here that's suppressed. It's needing to break free here. And don't give up on the source. You are the source. Don't give up, all right? The teaching here is learning about morality and like putting effort into the moral ethics. And so this, I feel like this experience is like teaching you how to follow your inner voice, because there's this leadership here. It's about a spiritual path, all right? Thinking about compromise, all right? Thinking about others, all right? For the highest honor journey, the highest honor path. So that's what I get here for the reading, and it's about a rebirth, the bottom of the deck here. So this is a change, right? So thank you guys so much. Please leave a like and subscribe and support our channel and the other ways that you can support. Thank you so much. All the best and have a good day.